So, hello, beautiful Aries, and it's so lovely to connect with you again with your September bonus reading. And for those of you who are new, my name is Linda. The others of you who are coming back, welcome, welcome. And so, Spirit wants to give you a few more messages for September, Aries. And I hope that you are all very, very well. Let's have a look and see exactly what they would like to say to you today. And I'm just using the tarot deck, a tarot deck, but as you know, I like very much to also give you messages from my Letting Go deck and also from my Animal Spirit deck. And of course, the new numbers deck, which I really love as well. So let's have a little look and see what Spirit wants to say. Let's see how they're starting off here, Aries. So what we've got here is, of course, we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. So what is this saying to you? And remember, when you look at a card, when you have a look at a card, I want you to look right into it yourself. See what is this saying to you? When I look at the Six of Swords, Aries, I see one very important thing, and that is that they're moving away. He's taking them away, and he's dedicated to getting them out of these waters here, these very rocky waters here. And what he's doing is he's taking them into a whole new path. He's taking them, and of course, we mustn't forget we're talking about water here, but we are also talking about swords. So we've got a combination of emotional movement, because this is, as far as I'm concerned, I see a lot of emotion in this, but this is also about mindset. This is about somebody being sometimes emotionally fatigued. Sometimes, and some of you could be at the end of your tether. For some of you today, you will resonate with how these people are feeling. Others of you, you may be in a different time, because we're going to have different stories here today. So, as I always say, Aries, take what you know resonates with you. The rest, remember, well, that's not for me, it's for somebody else. And that's exactly the way it is. But here, we've got a situation where she's mentally fatigued, she's tired, and so swords are all about our mindset. And they sometimes also, well, they do represent stress and strife. And sometimes we've been through some stress and strife that has been very stressful mentally, physically, emotionally, because swords are swords, and our mind affects it's mind, body, soul. This is about moving away from difficult times. So this is a positive. This is a positive. But it's also saying that you still have to get your head around this. You still have to realize that, okay, it is a difficult time that I've been through, but I want you to stop worrying. Aries, don't worry about the future, that these thoughts will not be in the future. You are walking away from this, you're moving away from this. So in your mindset, lift your head and see through the gap. Lift your head and see the future has no swords. The future has no swords. Okay? I want you to say, I will be safe. I will be secure. Those of you who are on this path now, Aries, you will be safe. You will be secure. Tell yourself that I am at peace within, for I will be safe. I will be secure. I am safe. I am secure. The affirmations are so powerful when we've been through a lot of problems with our mindset, or we've been through mental anguish. And this is where some of you have been through a lot of mental anguish, but you're moving now towards very calmer seas in life. You're moving. And for those of you who are still in this stage here, Spirit is saying to you, time to take yourself to these calmer seas. It's time for you to move away from this. Don't be afraid. Get your head around it. Get your mindset knowing. Spirit is saying to you, time for you to go into calmer seas with your life, to make changes so that you are, away from all of this stress and strife that's not doing you any good. So there's two stories here. There's one where you've taken the step. So Aries, some of you have taken that step and you're on that move forward, that new path, which is wonderful. But there are others of you who are thinking, I'm a little bit frightened because thought, our mindset is also about fear, and sometimes moving forward, uh, changing my life by a big shift and a big move, it can be a little bit daunting, especially for those of us who are fixed signs. But this is saying to you, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. I want to bring your attention to something. See the red socks? Red is a sign of confidence. Red is a sign of success and power. He's got his red socks on. So he's really ready. He believes that this is the best thing to do. So believe that this is the best thing for you, Aries. It's time to move forward, move on. Take only with you what you need, is what my guide is saying to you. Aries, take only what you need mentally and physically, if that's the case, but mostly emotionally. Take only what you need, which is the positive. Leave all that other stuff behind and wash it away. Wash it away in those waters there and move forward. Get your head around it. For some of you, you need to get your head around it. In the distance, we have we have this little, it looks like a little island, but it's got lovely trees growing on it. So there's land there in the distance. So they're not going into the unknown, they're heading towards something. And so Aries, as long as you know where you're heading, as long as you know you've got somewhere to go again, if it's not a physical move, as long as you know where you're going, as long as you know what you're choosing to do in the future, be it your mindset or your actions, as long as you know where you're heading, you can't go wrong, really, can you? I'm going to, and what I mean by that is if you know where you're going, where you're heading mentally, I'm now, changing my whole way of looking at things. I'm going to concentrate and focus on this, and this, because I know that's where I want to go. That's what I mean by that. That's what we mean by that. When we look at the Four of Wands, look at the garland there, all around. They've got the garland tied there. Look at this happiness there. This is where you're heading. Because this boat is heading towards this. This boat is actually going this way. When I put them down in front of me, that's the boat is heading towards success, happiness, and changes. And we know that the wands do represent family, and we mustn't forget what the signs do represent. What the families and all the different the swords, the pentacles, money, wands for your finances. But it's also very much about family and your life path. It's also about your. This is the way we look at it. It's about your life path. We use it as a tool for that subject as well. And this is, about making making very positive change when it comes to your life path. There's opportunities here too, I'm being told. This is also about opportunity. This is about opportunities coming. And I'm being told to say to you, Aries, these opportunities, they're on the horizon. It's not long now. It's exactly what I'm being told to say to you. It's not long now. It's not far away. Where the spirit realm is working and bringing these in for you. This is all about the spirit realm, the universe at work, helping you, helping you to make change, helping you to get to this by taking this journey, and in your mindset believing in the positive, believing in a positive future. When I look at this, the first thing I got told was stand your ground. This is the Ace of Swords, which normally you don't get that message, but I got it for you. Stand your ground on this. It's a message of, I've decided, I'm not going back. I'm not going backwards. I've decided. Aces are, uh, uh, sometimes they're a gift. Sometimes it's because look at the hand coming out from the clouds, spirit hand coming out from the clouds. That spirit hand is saying to you, hang on to that sword and stand your ground. Stick to your guns on this whole new journey that is going to be extremely successful. So, mindset, powerful mindset. This is what Spirit is asking me to say to you today. Stand your ground, please, Aries, okay? In this new beginning. Everybody, I'm doing this on the 3rd of September, ready for you to receive probably next week because it's your bonus reading for September. So I want the reading for today is about the next few, what you're coming up to. Even though you've had your September readings already, this is just a little bonus for your journey in September. Your journey in September. And so I'm doing this on a new moon. I deliberately left it for today because I wanted to do these on a new moon. Because new moons are just a great energy to be in. It's all new beginnings, fresh start. So what else would Spirit like to say to you, please? For my beautiful Aries. Oh, wow. This is about a just and fair decision. What you're thinking about, this is sitting underneath this, so they're linked. This decision, I know that I'm being, but for many of you today, many of you Aries, this is not an easy decision. Look, we know this is a general reading, everybody. We know there could be hundreds of you, thousands of you watching this over the next, whatever. But the thing is this, it will resonate for all of you at some stage through this time we spend together here with this message today. Some of you will resonate with all of it. Some of you will resonate with only some of it. But what you've got to realize is that what you don't resonate with is for the other Aries. That this is the belief system that we know is fact. So there will be parts of this reading where you'll say, oh my goodness, I'm sure Linda's talking to me. And that's right. And then other people will feel the same. And then another part of it, you have to say, well, that doesn't resonate with me, but there must be an Aries out there that it does. So believe you me, that's fact. This is about you making a just and fair decision. It can also be if you're in a situation where you've been going through something really stressful, like a court case or a divorce or something that's really mentally been so fatiguing for you, and you've been waiting for a decision, or you've been waiting for something to come to a completion. In some cases, this could be about a very good outcome in a legal situation too, for those of you who may be going through a very difficult legal situation. This is all about a just and fair decision, and also being fair, being fair, weighing things up and knowing that I've got to say to you, you are making a good decision. I know this isn't the decision card, it doesn't matter. I've got to give you what my guide is saying, but he's using this card to say you have made, or you need to make, a just and fair decision and then move on. Move on. Because we have the Eight of Swords, which is moving very quickly, things happening very fast. And when we look at this, it's look at the growth on all those wands. Look at all the growth. And this is you. This is your life. This is the growth coming. Make that decision. Make that move towards what you know is best for you. You could be moving to a whole new area, a whole new country, a whole new life. This is it. And you've decided you've really made up your mind. This is going to be a whole new change. I'm going to think differently in the future. I'm not going to repeat things. I'm going to make sure I do everything properly. Also, I'm not going to repeat mistakes. I'm going to be smarter in my choices. We all need to do that, don't we? This is about things happening very quickly. It can also be about making sure that you don't rush in. Don't rush in like mad. As long as you've weighed things up, as long as you've looked at things and weighed things up, because there's the scales there. As long as you've been weighing things up and got things, a little bit balanced, you feel more balanced and everything like that, well, that's okay. It's time to forge ahead, because look at the outcome. Oh boy, look at the outcome. Look at this emotional happiness and joy. Uh, and I'm being told to say, at last, at last. For some, you may have been, trying very hard to get your own home. It looks like in this case, that's what they've done. They finally got there. They could have been, go through a contract, trying to buy a house, and you finally got there. You've had to stand your ground, maybe on the conditions of that purchase, price, whatever. And this is the happiness. And maybe once this justice, once this decision was made, or this was came about, then everything moved forward very fast, very quickly for you. And also maybe things are about to go very fast and lead you to this. Aries, this is a really wonderful September bonus outcome, isn't it? This is really good. Stick to your guns. September's a funny old month this year with some of the planets, where some of the planets are located. It could be a little bit of a rocky road in relation to world news, things like that, because of some of the planets. But the thing is that, we're no longer in a Mercury retrograde now, we're in September. So we've come out of that, which is very, very, very promising, and a much better time, much better time, no doubt about that. When we see the Knight of Pentacles, we see somebody who is now, this is all Aries. This is all about now. Just look, he's just standing there. He's just pondering. This is about finances, finances. What we study too, studying, making money, studying, forging ahead. This is about he's just pondering at the moment. He's just saying, well, I know what I want. I know, I know that I want to study, or I know that I want to, do this or do that. I know that I want to create a business that will do me well financially. I know that I want to do that. He's already made up his mind. He's very positive and he's very determined. He's very positive and he's very determined. And so, Aries, this could be you now in this situation where if you're pondering now, no, I'm ready. I am ready to move, but I'm not going to rush. I'm not going to rush into this. I'm not going to rush into it. I know that it's going to lead to a lot of success. I'm confident about that, but I really want to do this properly. I'm going to do this properly because I am ready. I am ready to move forward, but I'm going to make sure that I've got all my ducks in a row uh, and that I'm going to do it one step at a time, one step at a time. This is the King of Pentacles. He's looking at his options. This is another thing. Being told to say to you, look at your options. Um, Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm being told to say to you all, do not put all of your eggs in one basket. Look at the options that you have got at the moment, that you really look carefully into it, and be very smart here, because you could also be creating something even more magnificent in the future. And this could be about your superannuation, the planning of your finances for your retirement. It could be anything really, but it is about, I'm being told to say, look at the different options and don't rush in. Don't rush in too fast. Don't rush in too fast. Make sure that you make the right decision. Make sure that you make a just and fair decision to yourself, even. Okay, Aries. I'd like Spirit to give you a message also on your uh, situation of what you may need to let go in September. Is there anything that Aries needs to know, please, Spirit, about when it comes to letting go of anything, anything that you'd like to say to them in relation to this reading? Could you please give them some advice? And thank you so much for your wisdom. So let's see what she wants to give you. Okay. Serious spiritual work is a continuous willingness to let things go as they arise. I'll explain this in a moment. Isn't that pretty? The message is it is the willingness to surrender, wanting to control everything as it arises, the willingness to surrender, wanting to change it and to have it our way. By surrendering to whatever is cycling up, it eventually disappears. So this is an interesting message, Aries, because serious spiritual work is a continuous willingness to let things go as they arise. One of the things that a lot of people find hard to master is detachment. And I talk about detachment a lot in my classes, my psychic development classes to people. What this is saying is you need to have that willingness to surrender it is the willingness to surrender wanting to control everything as it arises. So you have to say, I can't be in control of absolutely everything. There are many things I can be in control of, and here, Aries, this is all about you being in control of what you're creating here, your lifestyle, your future, everything. That's what this reading is about today. But you can't be in control of everything and everybody. And why would you want to be? It's a burden to be like that. And there is a need here not only to surrender the need to control, but the willingness to surrender, wanting to change it. The willingness to surrender wanting to change it. We can't change everything either. We have to accept sometimes how things are. And, the change it and to have it our way. We can't always, Aries, we can't, and also the spirit is saying, well, it's also not it, it's not our right to control and to try and change the situations or people just to suit us. That's really what they're saying to us here. By surrendering to whatever is cycling up. It's a funny way of putting it. It eventually disappears. So when we surrender that need for trying to change things that we really shouldn't or need, when we surrender the need to do that, when we say, okay, let it be, let them work it out, or when we distance ourselves from things that we can't change, when we say, I've tried, but I can't do that anymore, I'm not going to go there anymore, I'm going to let them work it out or let the situation resolve itself. That's when there's a shift takes place, Aries, when you let go of the need to be in control of situations, people, or whatever is going on in your life. In many ways, spirit is right. We don't have the right to believe that we should be controlling things or people. We don't have the right to do that, regardless of whether they're our children, our loved ones, or not. It's not our place. It's not our place. I'm not talking about a parent with a little baby. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about life in general. People we work with, our children, situations. But this is all about controlling of situations, and situations include others. In many ways, we feel we would like to, but really, it's not us. We have to let them work it out. We have to let them work it out. Take on only what we need. And accept. I think that they're saying to you to accept. So when I was shuffling, a card fell out, and I was told to keep it, but I also chose another. And I've got two beautiful messages here for you today. And it's funny, this one here, the 3/8, that came out in a video I did for not the star signs. It was one of my videos that we put out that we call "Is This Message for You?" It's the spontaneous ones we put out there in the world, and we know that whoever finds it and watches it, that message is meant for them. And so they're just messages that come out from spirit out to the world. And this came out. This actually came out, this one. And so I'll read it to you, the 3/8. Now, 3/8 is something I use quite a lot. I have done for over 40 odd years. So I had a registration once on my car, 3/8. My phone number has got 3/8. My emails and all sorts of things have 3/8 in. I've got to think about eights. And so this is 3/8. And 8 is, of course, about abundance. And this message is you are being graced with the gift of abundance in all its form, Aries. Doors of opportunity are opening. Blessings flowing. It is time to embrace your full potential and achieve the unimaginable. As you do succeed, success, love, health, and happiness will effortlessly unfold in your life, Aries. The time is now to bask in the glow of abundance. So, Aries, this is all about abundance. I am so grateful for the abundance flowing to me. It's one of the best things you can say every single day. Don't assume what the abundance is. You just let it come, because spirit will bring it in, and they have to know what you need. So please, Aries, trust that spirit knows. You just say, I am so grateful for the abundance coming my way. And the abundance can be love, it can be money, it can be just so many different ways that and when we get it, we see what it is. You've got 77, 77. Reward. You will be rewarded for aligning with your greatest potential. Every step you take towards bettering yourself has been recognized and acknowledged by your angels. There is. Your blessings are on their way, and the road is paved for you to prosper. A beautiful message. And as you know, I have my angels numbers book that I've had for a long time. I think I've had this one for over 40 years. Oh, God, I don't even know when it was published, to be honest with you. It doesn't really say. So that I could tell you how long I've had it. But anyway, it's a bit brown and rough, a bit ratty. But yeah. Anyway, um, let's have a look at what 888 is, because I like to also not just read the message on the card, I like to give you the message from this book as well, because I was just told to. And that's what I do now with all my readings now, when we do the numbers, I also refer to this book. And 888 is the universe is abundant and generous, and that's what it's all about. It's about abundance. And you've learned how to step into the shower of its ever-present flow. Great financial prosperity is yours now and in the future. I'm so grateful for the abundance coming my way. Say it every day, please, Aries, and become a creator, become, someone who knows how to draw in positive things. And that affirmations is how you do it, how it works. 77 is also about reward. So let's see what Spirit wants to say to you about number 77. Congratulations, Aries. You're on the right path, mentally and physically. Stick to your intentions. Stick to your intentions and stand your ground. And that's what they told us when we first brought this up. Stand your ground. You've got to be strong. You are strong. You're a warrior. Aries, you're very powerful, strong individuals. And so you have the capacity to create whatever it is you set your mind to. That is fact. That is fact. One final message from the Animal Tarot, from our guides. I'll see what she wants to say to you. I don't have to shuffle a lot because she'll draw the card that she wants you to have. She's telling me to take the top one. Okay. Now, Aries, this is telling you to stop worrying about money. Stop. At the moment, you may be feeling a little bit low when it comes to some of the changes that you've made or you're about to make. It's very, very possible that that is the case. So at the moment, you just need to trust and believe. Just trust and believe that even though you may be going through a little bit of emotional time, oh my God, look what she's given you. Just put that back where it should be, so I don't mess up my deck. Look what you've been given for your future. The wheel. Things from the past may have been a little bit daunting, Aries, because we're just coming out of a Mercury retrograde, aren't we? Mercury retrograde, and in Mercury, with the Mercury retrograde, everybody, the things can come back. Things can come back from the past for you to reevaluate or look at again. And the wheel is the same. The wheel is the same. The message of this is expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. So this is, look at the fruit tree, look at all the fruits. And I'm looking at those fruits on the ground and I'm being told this is already taking place. This is happening. The fruits are ripened. It's a ripe. It's the timing is ripe. That's what this is saying. It's time now. It's the fruits are ready. They're ripening. Your opportunities are coming. They're ripening. And so know that you're in a situation where you know what you want. You're just analysing everything before you step forward, but you are ready. You're ready to step forward, and know that there's a great deal of success here. This is the wheel of fortune, fortune, and so follow your dreams. We've got one. See how you've got the elk. One reindeer rather is following the other. One reindeer is following the other. So it's a matter of just keep going, keep going, keep going. When I also look at this, I got Christmas because I saw the reindeer, and the first thing that came into my mind was Christmas, timing of Christmas. So I said, "Well, why are you saying Christmas to Aries today?" Um, you can now move forward and make great progress. And they're saying the fruits of their labor, fruits of your labor, Aries, will show up. Okay, I'm sorry, will show up at Christmas. Will show up at Christmas, Aries. This is a very good message, isn't it? So December, around about the middle of December, right? Put a little note in your diary. The fruit tree, just write down fruit tree. Spirit is saying, write down fruit tree, and you'll remember the reading that Spirit gave you uh, on the 3rd of September. Is the day I've done this. I've done this on a new moon. The message that Linda put together on a new moon about Christmas and all the wonderful things that are going to come into fruition for you in December. And I've also just been given great expectation. Spirit is saying, uh, please believe in yourself and expect great expectation. Is also what they're giving you, Aries. Also, be a leader, not a follower. He's saying to you, Spirit is saying to you, be the leader, not the follower. So that's why that's there. Uh, you must stick to your guns and stand your ground on this because this is leading you to a very new path, Aries. So please, I want to see this. I want to see this all come into fruition. Be the leader, not the follower. We want to see you. We want to see this beautiful abundance, the rewards that Spirit is offering you today, or letting you know is coming. And also, we want you to realise that you don't have to be in control of everything. You just be in control of your own life, and let others live theirs. And no judgment, please. No judgment. Okay, let others get on with what they're getting on with. You can't control other people's lives. They have to make up their own mind. We all know that, especially as parents. We know we've learnt the hard lesson of, well, let them make their mistakes. I guess we can give them wisdom, Aries, but they still tend to go down their own path. But I need to say that to you as well. Once you surrender those feelings of wanting to, willingness to surrender, when you're willing to surrender, when you're willing to make change, by surrendering to whatever it is, it eventually disappears and you can then move forward. Because Aries, remember, if you're worrying about other people, you keep thinking about what they're doing wrong or what they need to do or, blah, 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 then what about you? You're not focusing on you. You're not focusing on you. We need to focus on us, Aries, don't we? I hope this resonates with you. I'm sure that there are many of you that will have benefited from today's message from Spirit for you for your September bonus. Aries, stay in control is the last thing my guide wants to say to you. Stay in control. Up here. If you are new to the channel, if this is the first time you've received your messages, Aries, if you're a new Aries to our channels, welcome. So pleased to have you here. Uh, if you would like to respond with a like, we would be so very grateful. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're thinking about it, then if you decide to, it's your choice, of course. If you decide to do that, then if you do, please make sure you click on the little bell. That way you'll get you'll get notified on all of the work we do on our YouTube channels, because we don't just do star signs, we do um, inspirational videos as well, and we do those a couple of times a week. And of course, in the future, we're going to have our psychic development and growth part of on our channel as well, which will be coming up in the future. So to receive notifications on everything that we are doing, that would be wonderful. I love to hear from you. If you'd like to make a comment, I try very hard not to miss out on doing that, to getting back to you. But please, if you don't get any response from me, just know this: we do have a lot of comments. And I try very hard not to miss anybody. If I do miss you, then I apologise. It's certainly not, I didn't mean to. Um, Especially if, there's lots of comments on one video, I might go through and accidentally miss somebody not realising. But I usually send a little heart just to let you know that I have recognised your comment. And so, Aries, have a wonderful September. We are in a new moon cycle. The full moon and the new moons, they don't just give out energy just on one night. They go through, so the energy of the new moon goes through quite some time, and then we come up into the full moon, which again has its energy. And so this is an important time for you. I'm being told that this is a very important month for your Aries. And so make the most of it. Spirit is saying, make the most of it. And he's also saying to you, you can only do your best. You can only do your best. And Aries, you always do your best. That's all we can do. And so until next time, take care. Bye bye.